While the numbers are lower, thousands of East Texans are still without power. A majority of the outages in Shelby, Nacogdoches, and Panola County are Deep East Texas Electric Co-op customers. They say some people could be without power through Sunday. Meantime, a bulk of the outages in Rusk County are Rusk County Electric Co-op customers. Earlier this week, they said they hope to wrap up restoration efforts by late Friday. As KLTV7's Olivia Hartpence tells us, some Deep East Texans have been without power since the start of the winter storm.
Without power for about 98 hours, and that was from 10:35 on Saturday morning until about an hour ago. And you can't plan for this. You know, no matter what anybody says, there is no planning for it.
Over 4 days without power and without water. That's what Nacogdoches County resident Gayla Hensley has been facing since the winter storm hit Deep East Texas this past weekend. While linemen and power companies are actively working on the lines, many Deep East Texans are still without power. The Deep East Texas Electric Cooperative reports today there are still around 6,900 residents without. And in Pleasant Hill in rural Nacogdoches County, Hensley says it was even harder to access resources to help.
Godtail is the shelter, and that's the other side of Nacogdoches. How are we supposed to get there with the ice?
To survive, Hensley said she had to cover herself in layers and layers of blankets, had consistent check-ins from local law enforcement, and visited a local restaurant for a warm place to stay. King's Corner restaurant owner Christy King says that in times like these, it's crucial to stick together.
And you don't have electricity and you don't have water. I mean, and it's not the utility company's fault. I mean, they've worked really hard to get everything going. It's just, it's torture.
During the storm, the restaurant had a generator, and she welcomed the community in. Hensley saying it was one of the only places you could eat a warm meal.
The community store, and we try and take care of our community and try and do what we can to help them. That was from day one, that was our goal.
Olivia Hartpence, KLTV 7 News.
And linemen have been brought in to Deep East Texas from other states to help with the restoration.